Alright, we're gonna try this shit one more time. We're gonna see if it fucking works. Because I'm getting irritated that I have to fucking shut the stream down like every hour or so. Because someone in my house decides to download anime titties. But I'm back. We're playing Heroes of Hammerwatch because that is not very internet intensive to play. And all I have to worry about is streaming. So let me go ahead and pick this shit out. What do I need? Also, I'm eating like shrimp fried rice while I'm doing this, so you're gonna have to get into it. What else here? Enemy reinforcements. Alright, we're good. So I'm gonna do expanded floors. Abundant shops. Treasure hunter. And I think I'm fine with all of that. Actually, should I do the glass walks? Let me get one more thing. What's the other thing that I get sometimes that, like... I could do empty pockets. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna do it. Alright, so that costs 0 gold. And my next order of business is, hey, Lamau2, you are back already. That's awesome. My next point of business is to get some items. Huh. Nah. Nah, we're gonna reroll this. Circlet of power. Ugh. Well, it'd be nice to have the 2 set of this, but at the same time, that's like, I need defense, because I'm going to try to crank up the difficulty again. Actually, that's a good one. We'll just get all of it. And I will get 5 of each. The keys are actually what is, like, sucking up all my money, incidentally. Like, the keys really end up costing a lot in the grand scheme of things. I'm gonna grab a chainmail because I wanna try to push further in my runs this stream. Oh, I should rename it. Okay, I have it named roguelike runs. Awesome. All right. So we should be AO Goodoki. What else do I need to do before? Oh, you know what? I need to hit up the bar, right? And we need to get some drinks to slurp up so that I can have a better chance of doing well this run. We're gonna actually go ahead and get that, honestly. What else did I want to get here? I'll get the evasion one. Yeah, I'll get the evasion one. Alright. Hey, Ryan. Let me just move my cell phone and my cell phone charger, and we will be AO Godoki to go, my homos and homo adjacents. Is that necessary? Do you really have to post that really wretched emoticon? My feet are fine, incidentally. Alright, let's go ahead and, oh, I need to crank up the difficulty, I almost forgot. Alright, there we go, we're good. Let me just check my phone real quick, and, see if this dude responded. There we go, we're good. So, my first order of business is to figure out, like, how much I want to do skipping. I'm probably not going to skip at all, honestly, because I need to push new content, and I also need the EXP, honestly. Oh, you know what? Let me move the screen so I can see what's going on in chat. What the hell is a cosmic brownie? Isn't that like those brownies with like the M&Ms in it? They're basically like the sister of zebra cakes, right? Incidentally, this is important. What's everyone's favorite struggle snack? Because when I was younger, I used to love the shit out of honey buns. I loved honey buns, and I would eat stuff like those, they're kind of like zebra cakes, but like they're covered in like coconut shavings or something, or confetti. I don't know what it's called. I just remember loving to eat them because they were colorful. It's good that we found a pamphlet. Snowball, yeah, them things. I love snowballs. Bless, bless. I'm glad you knew what I was talking about. Everyone loves a good struggle snack, but I refuse to eat stuff like that now. It's because I ate it so much as a kid. Holy shit, I used to eat so many honey buns. Oh man, I ate them so fucking much. Like, I can still feel them in my teeth, like, giving me cavities. But now I'm bougie, so I eat cinnamon rolls when I can get my hands on them. My mom likes those kind of brownies a lot. I used to eat them sometimes, but I didn't like them that much because I don't like the M&Ms or like the things that are in them. Like the candy that's on top. You know what? Also, popcorn for me, but also marshmallows, because marshmallows are like extremely cheap, and the bags they come in are like gigantic, and I will just eat marshmallows for days at a time. This trap kind of takes a little bit too long to get through, honestly. What other shit did I like to eat? I don't know, my dad has like a really intense sweet tooth, which is really funny. Cause like my taste for sweets has gone down a lot since I passed like the age of 24. Like, cinnamon rolls are ideal because they're just like cinnamony enough to not like overwhelm me with how sweet they are. I do love the frosting though. Like, I would eat the frosting out of someone's blankety blank. Ugh. So as a reminder, the reason we're doing this is because I'm trying to push new content. Hi, Duck. You're up pretty late. Isn't it like 5,000 hours at night in Poland? I would eat bread on syrup a lot, or syrup on bread a lot. Like, especially when I stayed with my cousins. Am I gaining EXP? I have to make sure. Alright, so I'm at 3% right now. We're gonna see if I gain any more EXP, like, by the end of this floor. Yeah, basically. 3,400. Hey, Lifestone's actually a pretty good early find. So I'm doing pretty good into this run so far. I mean, it's only like the second floor, but like I'm not like taking ergocious amounts of damage. Oh, well, I was working on it. I was working on taking more damage. I also used to eat a lot of white bread and eat, like, white bread hot dogs, which I just refuse to do now. Like, I just can't do it no more, Ma. There are, like, a lot of foods that I ate a lot as a child that I just can't eat anymore because I had them so much. Ugh. I said white bread hot dogs. Like, hot dogs, but, like, with white bread as the bun. That's good, Mitchell. Like I've said before, I don't generally like people saying about things about my body, positive or negative. It just depends on my mood, I guess. Yeah, exactly. I love whenever Mitchell and Ryan are in the same room. It's very, very good. I imagined he was, like, looking out of his window, like, in a very forlorn way, just saying your name. Also, white bread hot dog is actually going to be, like, the bottom tier of rank for donors once I set that up. Maybe, like, all my rankings, like, in the stream are gonna be based off of, like, struggle foods. Yeah, it's salty. It's good. It'll fill you up, too. Have I played Pokemon Quest? I'm gonna be real. I'm probably, like, I'm really only interested in Pokemon for competitive battling, TBH. And even then, I don't even do that anymore. Like, I'm so out of it. I haven't played competitive Pokemon in so long. So I'm not, like, usually particularly interested in the games. Like, I think they're cute, and if I have, like, extra money, like, I'll spend money on it, I guess. But at the same time, like, I'm not gonna really go out of my way to play new Pokemon games because they're not very fun to me. Like, I just really need a little bit more from them. I do think the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games are actually very good, though, even though I have actually literally never owned one. That's valid. I'm just saying, it's like, I don't think the Pokemon company slash Nintendo can really ever, like, pump out something that's Pokemon that I'm gonna be, like, super entranced in, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a little bit beyond that point, and I don't mean that, like, in a condescending way at all, by the way. Like, I mean, it's like Pokemon is just it's kind of moving towards that phase where it's just something I grew up with, and it's not something that's, like, actively part of my life. Also, this is a good-ass item spread. Good, yay, God. I'm feeling it. It's a please don't apologize for stuff like that. There's really no reason to. I mean, part of it also depends on like where you live, too. Like I mean, we talked about this in like a different stream. Like if you're poor in like a suburb versus poor in like a rural community versus poor in like a city, it's like very different. Yeah, gays don't apologize. If you feel bad about something, just cause some drama. Don't apologize. I theoretically might go hang out with someone. We'll see, though. We'll see if he's, like, still gonna be down later. That's not true. That's not true, Duck, at all. I forgot, Duck, have you been in the United States before? The thing is that, like, I don't want to be toxic. But, like, a lot of places that, like, are poor areas and cities, it's very hard to find employment without having to drive a long way. Like, my grandma has to, like, drive, like, 30 to 40 minutes to, like, get groceries, even though she lives in a city, because they won't build, like, places that sell shit, other than, like, liquor, where she lives. Like, even if theoretically they would get paid more for, like, living in a city, like, in practice, that's not how it works out. Like, people just get paid minimum wage for that area. And they just work more and more instead of, like, getting paid more. Like, even where I grew up, which isn't, like, super, like, bad, like, it's not, like, it's definitely not, like, a good area of town, but it's, like, it's not, like, it doesn't have, like, intense poverty in the same way as, like, downtown. Like, basically, once the ethnics started moving in, like, a lot of the businesses just kind of, like, ripped themselves out of the ground. And, like, it was very hard to, like, go places to, like, get basic shit. Basically, like, a really good indication. Duck, no. Duck, no. Oh, no. Okay, but it's, like, a good way to tell if you're somewhere... Uh-oh. Oh man, chat's gonna get heated in a bit. I don't want to be toxic, but like, oppressing and hurting people with capitalism is definitionally how capitalism works. Like, it requires people to be oppressed by it in order for it to be a thing. Like, no one's gonna work for a wage unless they're quasi-forced to by the circumstances they live in that are created by the ruling class. You know what I'm saying? Like, working for a wage is, like, one of the stupidest and most terrible things that, like, has ever come into an existence in, reality. Like, it's dumb. It's, like, it's bad. It's an inefficient way to sustain yourself, and it just really requires the fact that people who are poor don't have the resources to, like... Oh, shit. I died. That's okay. Let's see how much EXP I got from that run. Was it any EXP? Okay, I'm at 15%. Capitalism killed me, yeah. The ruling class stomped on me. But it's like people wouldn't work for a wage. Like, they wouldn't get paid hourly if that wasn't the only option they have. Like, when all you can do is sell your ability to work for other people, it creates a scenario where you can just kind of be dragged around any which way the people with money have or want you to. Anyway, we're gonna do some money runs, because fuck this game. I'm gonna crank the difficulty down again. I wanted to push new content, but it's just kind of how things are right now. We're gonna have to just deal with it. Cloak of Many Pockets is actually good. We'll just grab all this shit. Holy shit, I am like really fucking broke. There's just never gonna be a point in time where like I don't know what it is, but some people just really have like a rapturous love of capitalism. Like they just think it's like the best and wokest thing that has ever existed, and I just don't understand that. Because like I really can't like follow like supporting or caring about any sort of economic system, because they're always gonna be unfair. Like I'm never gonna like really love something abstract like that. Also, to be real, there's no way to organize society in a way that doesn't require the oppression of people. Like, people aren't meant to be in groups as big as, like, a fucking nation. Where the fuck? There we go. Found it, Mom. Alright, expanded floors. Also, TBH, my general principle is gays should never have to work. Give the gays and the ethnics reparations and make it so they never have to work ever. Is that your post, or is it one that I put into your brain? I need to find, like, one more thing to add to this. Oh, enemy reinforcements. Woke. Alright, we're gonna do 500. Dooga dooga doo, doo doo doo, dooga dooga dee. I mean, the short answer is if you're descended from literal slaves. Oh, sorry, like, gay reparations. I mean, we can just do the gay test. Also, if you subscribe to me, if you're a sponsor, you automatically get to jump the line at the gay reparations checkout. So just keep that in mind. Just tell them you know me. Alright, how much more? I'll get like 2 more of each. Alright, we should be... Actually, let me get another silver tree. Silver key. Incidentally, if you were wondering for ways to support your best friend and confidant, Ethan Bonreal, you can always provide me with a one-time donation by doing a super chat to help fund my gay lifestyle. You just click that little $ in the bottom left corner of the screen. The chat window, pardon me. Got a little bit too hyped. And you can choose the amount of money you want to send me, and that helps me out with my YouTube presence. I actually am not allowed to receive any money from YouTube until I hit $100 increments. So, every donation you make helps me get closer to $100 and makes it so that I can actually tangibly use this to improve the stream. Likewise, if you want to be a big baller, you can donate an entire $5 a month. By being a sponsor, and being a sponsor will get you limited edition ultra swaggy 420 mega gay deluxe. Oh shit, I got an entire $1. That's so woke, actually. That's like the biggest donation I've had in like a week. I'm so happy. But if you sponsor me, you will actually receive limited edition emojis once I make them, eventually, theoretically. Sound hype? Also, if you request a game, I would be willing to play it. I mean, honestly, like, I don't know. I don't know if I would send out nudes. We would have to discuss about, like, a pay scale for that. Oh, sorry. The chatbot sucked it up. I like that the chatbot knows to automatically censor nudes. But I mean, for a reasonable fee, I would be willing to set up something for you. I mean, I need money, son. Also, my dick and naked body are on the internet somewhere already. Like, if you really want to find it, just like go on Tumblr and look hard enough, you'll find it. The thing is I don't want to manage an OnlyFans. Also, I don't want people to ask for me to, like, fart on a camera. You know what I'm saying? Because it's, like, it always pretty quickly, like, gets to a point where it's just, like, kink. And also, I don't know. I don't know about, like, fucking or, like, jerking off for money. Because it's, like, I'm not always, like, sexual, if that makes sense. Like, when I am horny, like, it's real horny, and it's just, like, 100%. But, like, sometimes it's just, like, nothing. Like, I'm just, like, completely uninterested in sex. Like, I'll nut, and then I'll be like, well, actually, men and humanity are stupid, and I should just focus on solving society's problems, like the fact that I'm in bronze in Overwatch. I think I told y'all I had an Xtube page for a while. Or I still have it. I actually don't even know what the password or the account name is, but if you look hard enough on Xtube for black homosexuals who are twink coded, you'll see my my big old dong just flopping around on Xtube somewhere. My Ethan Bond dong. Also, there's some pictures of my butt somewhere on Tumblr, I'm pretty sure. I wasn't really, like, a big old Tumblr thought and, like, sending and asking for nudes a lot. But I had, like, some people that, like, I've seen their genitals and they've seen mine. Actually, I sent a text to someone, and it was someone I know from Tumblr, and I was, like, just catching up with them, and I realized, like, I scrolled up a little bit, and I was like, oh, man, that's my whole ass genital. Just straight up in this chat conversation. That was, like, the last thing we talked about. The thing is though, I'm usually not, like, super interested in, like, flirting with people over the internet. Like, I would have to be really, really into them. I have to be, like, really, really into them. Or, like, we just have to, like, click in some way that is, like, extremely rare for me. Because it's, like, at the end of the day, like, if I want to, like, fuck around, like, I would rather just attempt to do it with someone in person. And it's like internet flirting can really go only so far. Right? Like, I mean, obviously, like, I'm a hip millennial, so I've jerked off with people, like, online, and, like, sexted people I've met online, but I don't know. I think I'm just getting a little bit old. Sometimes it's nice getting the attention, but again, I don't always like people saying shit about my body. It just really depends on my mood. Incidentally, this is related to what we're talking about, but a grinder bot actually messaged me and was like, dude, your nudes are on clickbait website. Check it out. And I literally was just like, that's cool. Like, it didn't really bother me, honestly. I mean, like, obviously I'm not gonna, like, post my nudes on here and, like, show y'all my dong. Or, like, make it publicly available, but, like, at the same time, it's, like, you know, it's just something I've done. That's part of my, like, no cowardice, clause. Like, I refuse to, like, be ashamed of anything I've done. Likewise, it's also important I don't do anything that's, like, too shameful, too. I don't particularly like big government either. Duck, the thing is that, like, I think part of the justification for how communism works is that in reality, capitalism creates a style of big government that's just basically ruled by people who have a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Like, de facto, capitalists become the government. And you can think about that, like, with the United States and how, like, a lot of political parties are essentially just run by business interests. Like, there's really, with having a society this large, there's no way to functionally avoid having a big government, basically. Like, you have a literal big government, and then you have basically, like, the shadow Illuminati of, like, people who are rich and basically control everything. And are de facto the government. Because the thing is I'm also, like, I lean towards anarchy a lot, too. But I also understand that, like, it's not gonna necessarily solve a lot of societal problems. Like, if it doesn't fundamentally tackle the fact that rich people can just kind of do, essentially whatever they want, really, very easily, and can control the lives of people who are much poorer than them, then it just isn't, like, a political system that really matters that much to me. Also, stability is an illusion. Precarity is the nature of existence under capitalism. XD. I actually need to, like, reread that. If you want a recommendation for learning about precarity and precarity studies, or learning more about, like, how economic instability infects other parts of your life, I recommend reading a book called The State of Insecurity. I wish I knew the author's name, but it's written by, like, a German lady. Yeah, the stock market is far more stable than, like, cryptocurrency. And the reason it's more stable is because it needs to be to maintain some level of safety for, like, the ultra-rich. Right? Like, we wouldn't have a stock market, and it wouldn't still exist if it wasn't beneficial consistently to people who are very wealthy. What am I gonna buy? I'll just go ahead and get the 2 set of this. And I'll get the mana. Also, national debt is an illusion. I mean, to be real, none of us know shit about anything. Like I promised you. And that's fine. Like, it's okay that we don't know shit about anything. I mean, besides me, I know a lot of things, but also... no one here knows anything. I promise you, none of you in this homosexual internet stream where I was literally just talking about dick or something, I don't even remember what I was talking about earlier, like, are gonna be able to really have, like, a completely nuanced and well-reasoned understanding of how economic systems that have existed longer than most of us have, I mean, all of us besides me specifically, have been alive. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, we're just cucks in the wind, being blown left and right by no one. Economics is fake. But also, again, if you're interested in learning more about precarity studies, I recommend checking out State of Insecurity. It's a good book. And it does a pretty good job of explaining what precarity is, and like how instability is an important driving force of the way society is organized. Alright, we're at the boss. This should be pretty easy. I'm ready to raffle stomp this thing. I'm hyped, Mom. Let's get in here and fuck him up. That's part of the reasons why I don't like flat out calling myself a communist, because people say really stupid shit. And like are very bad about giving concrete like alternatives to capitalism, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll just say we should have communism and like have a revolution, but they won't talk about like the nitty-gritty of how that's actually gonna happen. And to be real, like half of y'all, oh, I'm being a little bit mean. So like to be real, most people are kind of a little bit bitch made, honestly. And like are not gonna survive the revolution. Like, I promise a lot of the people on Tumblr who really, like, think they're hardcore communists, like, just straight up, like, would just have, like, an anxiety attack and kill themselves if, like, a revolution happened. Duck, why are you talking like that? Oh, am I lagging? For real? Oh, I am lagging. You know why? My dad's probably, like, loading a new movie. Sorry, sports. You're just gonna have to deal with it for a little bit. My dad is, like, watching or downloading movies or something. Yeah, I'm being cucked by capitalism. Oh, you know what? Speaking of cucking, I should see if this guy messaged me back. Incidentally, that dude is a bottom. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Ajit? Bottom. I can see it in his cheekbones. Speaking of bottoms, I have encountered, like, at least 2 or 3, maybe 4 dudes today who have just, like, been in like, the deepest thralls of, like, bottom rage physically possible. Like, just furious. Like, really just ready to ruin their life over dick. I mean, I would fuck him to, like, assert my dominance. But not, like... Oh, me? Me, I'm always smiling. This is actually a very cleverly crafted persona, because I actually am very, very fucking stoic in person. Oh, okay. Because I just looked at my camera and I'm kind of smiling right now, XD. But this is a very carefully crafted persona, because I am very stoic IRL. Like, I don't really show a lot of emotion at all. I've talked about this in my videos a good bit, though. This is how I entice the gays to stay and watch this shit. Because I'm really just rambling around about random shit, honestly, when I'm doing this. Sometimes something gay pops out, but... how the fuck do I do this again? Oh, shit. I'm doing my DDR game. Man, I was too slow at it. So that game is basically like DDR. You just need to step on the panel that lights up. Or isn't lit up. But you have to do it really, really fucking fast. But anyway, like I was talking about, I got hit up by, like, some guys who were just, like, in really deep, like, bottom rage throws or whatever. Like, they just were, like, really, really, really just, like, horny. And just really, really were, like, basically, like, demanding me to fuck them, but it just wasn't gonna happen. It's interesting seeing that dynamic, though, because, like I said before, it's really funny that this is happening now when, like, I'm not really particularly in the mood. Considering, like, the last 2 weeks, I was, like, extremely, 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 like, very sexually frustrated. It just comes and goes, though. And like I've said this like 2 or 3 times in the stream. It just like, for me, it just like depends. Like when I have a sex drive, it's really high, but sometimes it's just like nothing. And I just do it more out of convenience or boredom. Oh shit. Woo! That was close. I was looking at my stream info. I said this before, but like honestly, if I could choose just to never have sexual attraction, I'd kind of be fine with it, honestly. Like, I would probably just, like, eat ass on occasion and just, like, not do anything else. TY for noticing. I'm a gentleman and a scholar. The gentle gay. It's just complicated because it's like I don't really get when I'm in the mood, I am not really satiated that easily by masturbating, to be honest. Oh, I fucked up. I fucked up. I fucked up real bad. Yeah, I fucked up real bad. I mean, I'm honestly, like, mostly fine with it. Like, I would still need romantic intimacy. I don't know. I don't know. That's kind of hard, because it's like... I've been on, like... I'm kind of, like, honestly... I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I think that... It just depends. Because, like, I don't know. Because, like, when I'm in a mood, I need something. Or I just get, like, very, very cranky. But at the same time, it's like, I'm usually pretty okay with it. I don't know. Like, I would like to have, like, some sort of physical intimacy, though. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be sex. Like, basically, like, let me put my face in your butt on occasion. And other than that, I'm like, I'm probably good. Like, I don't know. It would depend. Because, like, I'm thinking about, like, how I feel right now, and, like, I would be, like, fine with that with, like, the mood I'm in now, but, like, in the future, like, when I'm, like, in a mood again, that would probably, like, really irritate the shit out of me. Not because, like, I'd be mad at them, but it was, like... I don't know. It's just, like, when I get sexually frustrated, it's, like, very, very intense. To the point where it, like, puts me in a really bad mood. It's wiggy. Where the fuck is the button? See, I really want the button on this floor because there are 3 different chests, so I absolutely have to find it before you move on to the next floor. If you need a refresher, on the prison stages, which this is, there's a button hidden on each floor that opens up the jail cells. That's okay, Nigel. TLDR, I think I could probably date someone who is, like, almost, like, 100% ace, but, like, I would need to... I would need to fuck someone on occasion, TBH. Like, I would just need to get that energy out of me. But, like, most of the time we'd be, like, 100% fine. As long as they're, like, cool with making out. And also maybe occasionally sitting on my face. Like, it could even be platonic. They don't even have to, like, do it in a sexual way. I just like to keep my face warm. Alright, where the fuck is the button? Where the fuck is... Alright, so y'all gotta, like, be peeling them eyeballs for me. Because I don't see a button. I don't see a button nowhere. Do I need to put my glasses on? This is so irritating. Hold on, give me 1 sec. Ugh. Okay. My glasses are on. I can see Mom. This, like, I hate having my glasses on while I have my headset on. The buttons are like little gray squares. I'm gonna need to walk my ass down here. It's so irritating. Oh shit, I almost killed myself. Alright, I don't see it here. So we're just gonna have to do this section by section. So I've already been in this bottom area. Oh, I do, don't I? I look like an evil light-skinned agent of chaos. Where is this fucking button? I'm peeling my eyes. I've literally never been called a red bone in my life. I've been called high yellow once, which was like, woke, my third eye just like exploded out of my body, but never a red bone. It's just the lighting, honestly. Alright. This is annoying the shit out of me. I really want to find... See, the thing is that it can sometimes be on these little pillars and columns and shit, which is really irritating. And it also can be, like, hidden in, like, the fucking... Like, underneath the vines that are on the... Is that it down there? I think that was an interesting part of, like, moving to Georgia. 'Cause, like, here... Like... Most of the people I hung out with were, like... Black and or Mexican, or, like, mixed between the two. And so, like... On that color scale, like, I was, like, not... light-skinned in that sense, right? But like comparatively. But like once I moved to Georgia, I was just like a high yellow queen immediately. It was very fascinating. I don't know, guys. I might need I don't want to give up on this shit though. Is that it there? Let me go up in that alcove. I'm gonna be irritated if this is it. No, it's not it. I don't see it. We've been, like, going back and forth in the same area for, like, 5,000 years. Sometimes I kind of miss Georgia, but also at the same time, it's like... I really need to live somewhere that's basically like South Texas. Like, it's either here or, like, California. I'm just very culturally ingrained into Texas. In South Texas, specifically. We're gonna try one more. Why would I hate California? Do people not have asses to eat there? That's valid, but it's like... Yeah, San Antonio has, like, a very prominent historic Polish and German population. The thing is that, like, there's a corridor between South Texas and parts of California. Like, San Antonio, where I live, is, like, the capital in exile for people who fuck up. In California, basically. Like, when people... There's the button, I found it, Mom. When people fuck up in California, they move to Texas, basically, TLDR. Incidentally, that's one of my favorite, like, ethnic parent mistakes to make. Is, like, when they send their kid to live, like, to Texas or Mexico for, like, being bad, to, like, straighten them out, like, send them to live with, like, an aunt or an uncle, and then they, like, basically just, like, immediately join a gang or get pregnant. That's so funny to me. Like, I still remember Steve talking about how, like, one of his cousins got sent to Haiti, and they just, like, immediately joined a gang. Their parents thought I was going to straighten them out. That's so funny to me. How come people from California come to Texas when they fuck up? Because it's a lot cheaper to live here. And there's just a historic connection between the two places. That happened to someone I knew in high school, too. I mean, TLDR, the historic connection is that there are a lot of Mexican Americans who have family in both places. But also... Hold on. Oh, I forgot. I don't have to worry about dying on this mode, XD. It's pretty easy. I just have to make sure I don't eat, like, a quad arrow to the face and get my wig ripped off. Or get my pointy wizard hat removed. What the fuck were we just talking about? Something about Texas? I don't know. It's like South Texas is just very different from the rest of Texas. Like, demographic-wise and just, like, culturally. Because, like, the Texas part of Texas people think about is really, like, a small town in suburban Texas, where, like, it's mostly, like, white people. But, like, where I live, like, even in this large-ass city, like, the majority of people here are not white. Nigel, I can just block you if you want to be toxic. Oh, I already fucked this up. God damn it. That's okay, though. I can work it out. Yeah, I did it. No, I didn't. I fucked up. I fucked up again. Fucked up again. How do I do this? Alright, I think I got it, Mom. No, I didn't. I didn't get it all. I didn't get it all. I didn't get it all again. I did it, Mom. No, I didn't. God damn it! Speaking of cosplayers, there's this cosplayer who's, like, really attractive, who's, like, is on Tumblr sometimes, who apparently, like, you can pay him and he will cosplay as your favorite character and let you fuck him, which is interesting. I don't think I can do this, gays. This is too much for me right now. I always, like, it's either I solve this very quickly or I don't. Because like I've said 1,000 times, this is like a basic Zelda puzzle. I just don't remember how to do it. I'm screaming. That's fine. I'm okay with this. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and complete the rest of this stupid-ass dungeon so I can move on with my gay life. Ugh. Good. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot I just left that dude on read. I should probably respond to him. Yeah, I'm a casual. Report me. Do I have any fucking Twitch viewers? Let me check. Oh, shit. Whoops, I had my viewer thing covered up. That's embarrassing. Also, I hit 14K subscribers combined, which is pretty amusing. That dude is really cute. I actually am, like, notably pretty good at not leaving people on read. Like, I don't like leaving people hanging or wasting their time. And I usually, like, respond very promptly. But, like, part of the reason also is because I don't get, like, a lot of people who message me. Like, this summer is, like, a complete, like, departure from, like, my usual experience. This is the most sexually active I have been in, like, a long time. Well, the thing is that Tinder is basically like a validation minigame. Like, people just do it so that they know who thinks they're hot. They don't they don't actually do it, usually because they really want to meet up with someone. To be real. Like, Tinder is basically like a minigame to guess who thinks you're hot. Like, a lot of people just straight up just match with everyone. Just so that they can see who, like, would be into them. Oh, sorry, Mitchell. Was I too real for a second? I actually would like to get, like, a really good picture of me taken. To use for my profiles. Because, like, my picture I'm using right now is, like, not, like, it's about to be over a year old, and I want to update it. Yeah, that's the point. People aren't doing it because they really want to meet someone, Nigel. They just they just want to know who thinks they're hot. All right. Honestly, I'm fine with that. I think that's partly why sometimes I like people just to be, like, very sexually forward with me. Because, like, if they just want dick, like, they just know... Like, I just know what they want. Like, it's easier to, like, navigate that than figuring out if this person's just messaging me because they're bored. Like, if they're horny, I can just fuck them, or not, and move on with my gay life. That's why I just generally like guys to be, like, very straightforward with me on that, like, when I'm on apps and stuff. Like, do you want some dick or not? So that we can move on with things. Or, like, do you want to go on an actual date or not? Instead of just, like, messaging me because you're bored and lonely. The thing is not everyone does that. It's just, like, a lot of people do, if that makes sense. I don't think I'm being pessimistic. I think I'm just being, like, real. I'm also a little bit older than some of y'all in chat, so it's kind of different. Yeah, it is theoretically flawed. That's just how it works. Like, people never... I promise you, like, very few things people do make sense. It just, like, emotionally validates them. How's my job search, Duck? My job search is doing okay. I actually paused my job search because I'm working on a certification to be a data scientist. So, like, my data scientist certification just requires me to, like... I'm already pretty good at statistics. Like, I'm trained in doing statistics and stuff, and I know shit about numbers. and like analyzing statistics, but basically I'm just learning like how to work with big data, which I've already technically done, but like I'm getting a certificate that proves I know how to do it, and I'm also brushing up on my programming, which is where I'm kind of weakest at. But once I do that, I'll be more competitive. Oh, yeah, hold on. Yeah, I probably look like a creepy-ass fucking nerd right now, because it's just my TV illuminating me. There we go. That's probably better. Oh, shit! My arms are sore as fuck. I've been doing push-ups. If you didn't catch me earlier, I'm working on getting a little bit beefier so that I can stay competitive with the gays, because even though, like many people, I live in a land of bottoms, like, to stay competitive, you really need to be able to throw someone around. Hey, Pony. So I'm working on it. I'm working on being the mandingo we all need. The thing is I'm a little bit worried that, like, if I get, like, very muscular, I'm gonna be, like, a little bit dysphoric, honestly. But we'll see. Oh, thank you, Pony. I think it's honestly because there are more people in chat right now, and so I'm kind of, like, in full streamer mode. Like, the last time I fucked someone, like, this, I'm trying not to be, like, super graphic, but he wanted to do something, and I was, like, trying to do it, and I was like, I'm not in enough shape for this shit. Like, I need to tag out. And that irritated the shit out of me, so that encouraged me to work on my, my strength. Also, like I said, generally, like, I just kind of do what the other guy does, or wants me to... Ooh, my god, please. Ooh, shit, I almost killed myself. Also, TBH, I just really want to be able to, like, pick people up. Not even, like, for sexual reasons, just, like, to do it. Like, as a power move. You've never just wanted to, like, pick someone up just to, like, remind people that they can? Yeah, it's not that complicated. It's exactly what it sounds like. Just imagine, like, a person riding a horse, but, like, they're riding the horses backwards. But instead of a horse, it's someone who's gonna disappoint them later. Yeah, that's what I said, Mitchell. Someone who's gonna disappoint them later. That's valid. Like I said, basically, it's like, you know, like, generally, like, I don't know, I'm not, like, I think I'm reasonably attractive, And I also recognize at the same time not a lot of people are super attractive to what I look like here, where I live. So sometimes you need just a little bit of an extra edge. And again, like, most of the people here are, like, bottoms, so it's, like, easier to, like, appeal to their sensibilities. Dooga 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 doo. That's mostly true, Ryan. Yeah, it's very hard to grow out of twinkdom. That's why, like, that's part of, like, the daddy cycle, where a lot of people who... That's, like, one of the only... Like, when you age out of being a twink, and you still want to be, like, to be real, like, relevant, like, you kind of have to, like, slowly switch to being, like, a daddy of some sort. And work on getting an ideal dad bod. Because, like, being just, like, skinny and older usually is just not enough. You either gotta get a little muscular or a little bit beefy. Which sucks. But it's just the reality of things. That's where the market is now. Things might change in the future, though. Maybe the new look will be, like, old twink. Like... Ellen DeGeneres is already, like, a gay style icon, so... I mean, as long as you're not, like, a dweeb, like, I think really anyone who really puts their mind to it and who is confident in themselves can pretty easily top, honestly. Lesbian twinks and gay twinks don't fight. Well, they do, but, like, they're basically, like, two halves of the same being. Like I've said, lesbian twinks act like frat bros. Incidentally, one of my gay friends kind of, like, has, like, a thing for lesbian twinks, or, like, sporty, like, lesbian, like, muscle twinks, which is really funny. Yeah, lesbian twinks are usually chads. Well, they're chads that have drinking problems. And get very torn up about people that they dated in high school, still on occasion, even though they're like 25. Which is toxic of me to say, so... Because I definitely still get emotional over someone I knew in high school / middle school. I've talked about him a little bit in videos before. I think I might talk about him in, like, a upcoming video. Or not even just about him specifically, but just, like, kind of like the things that were going on with me in regards to that. That's an interesting situation, George. I used to know a lot of fucking lesbians. In fact, a lot of the... Well, I don't know, it's complicated. Like, my lesbian friends would basically, like, mostly hang out with gay men, and so they acted like... I almost said a slur. They acted like gays. And, like, when they would go hang out with other lesbians, they would be like, why do you act like fucking gay men? And I thought that was the most funny thing on the planet, because, like... On the flip side, sometimes people would comment that, like, some of the people I knew acted a little bit lesbian-y, which was very funny. I like that we, like, rubbed off on each other. Alright, I think it's time for me to go to the next floor. Alright, Mitchell. I don't know how long I'll be streaming. We'll see. I'm theoretically going to maybe meet with someone. Who knows? I'm not even gonna, like... I'm probably, like... not gonna have sex with them, but, like, just hang out. We'll see. I wouldn't mind holding hands or something. Alright, anyway, gays, sorry, so I was busy checking Grindr for a second to see if this nerd responded to me. But I got intercepted by another nerd. Oh, awesome. Hey, Joseph. I was just talking about lesbian twinks. Or lesbian-adjacent twinks. Joseph, would you consider Giselle to be a lesbian twink? Or, like, the lesbian equivalent of one? She was a little bro-ish. Oh, shit. I just heard... Yeah, there's an imp back here. I'm fine with that. We'll go ahead and send the gold. Hi, Brian. No, you wouldn't consider her a lesbian twink? I think she's, like, pretty close to a lesbian twink. Like, symbolically, not maybe, like, 100% body type-wise. Because, like, lesbian twinks don't act exactly like gay twinks. Like, they have their own unique lesbian nuance. Like I told you, like, when I first came to college, like, there were a lot of lesbian twinks in the LGBT group. And they would just love to get drunk and scream at the top of their lungs and talk about what I later learned to be memes. And, like, just cry over girls who don't want them. It was so wild. Like, I remember, like, going to my first party, and these lesbians were just, like, literally just, like, screaming at the top of their lungs back and forth over, like, absolutely nothing. They were also, like, fucking drunk as hell, too, but... it was just amazing. I started college, like, almost 8 years ago now, so... while some of y'all were still learning what a verb is. Oh shit, I need to warp out of here. I should probably just, like, go drink from that fountain now. I think it'll save me a little bit of grief. Also, I'd really like for there to be a shop on this floor. There we go, let me slurp that up. What was her name? Was it the black one? Incidentally, I don't like her. The one that's friends with Jesse? I forgot her name. It's because I don't like her. That's why I don't remember her name. I'm, like, when I commit to not liking someone, I'm pretty mean about it. Like, something I had to get out of the habit of doing was referring to people I don't like as things. Yeah, ooh, I don't like her. I don't like her at all. Ooh. Oh my god, I actually literally almost got into a fight with that lesbian, like a physical altercation, because she threw a condom at me. She was like, she came up to the table and she was drunk, like she always is, because she loves fucking drinking. And, like, we were giving out condoms for the event, and she, like, picked up one and threw it in my face and was like, this is why no one respects our community. And I literally almost strangled her. Incidentally, it's really wild to me that, like, there are a lot of lesbians who, like, really don't like gay men, but, like, they always have, like, a white twink that they love who is, like, really problematic. Like, it's so wild to me that, like, Jesse, like, was really, like, good friends with, like, a lot of women who, like, were self-described, like, super feminists. And, like, at the same time, he was just, like, really, like, the same kind of white twink that they would make fun of for being problematic. It's so wild. I just don't... It just amuses me. Oh, sorry. Hi. There are people I know IRL who are in this stream. I can't stand her. Also, I hope... Actually, Chanel, if you're watching this, I don't like you. There's a reason why no one wants to date you. But anyway... I just don't like her. I dislike her intensely. Like, I feel the same way about Cassie. I don't like Cassie at all. I dislike Cassie intensely. Like, strong, strong dislike. Like, intense dislike. Not bad enough to, like, be, like, flat out rude, but also, like, to let them know that I don't like them. There's also, like, some... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay, that's good. We're good. There's also, like... Anyway. The short answer is lesbians act like gays more than they act like they do. Well, more than they pretend they do. They, like... We're basically, like... We're pretty similar in a lot of ways. We just deal with things in very different fashions. Like, awkward gays deal with being awkward and sad by sucking dick. And, like, awkward lesbians deal with being awkward by getting very involved in feminism and hating people. Also, gays that are afraid of sex do that too, but... Wig. Like, we are literally basically, like, the same beast. We just deal with our problems in different ways. Oh, shit. Like, 100%. I'm glad Bryant knows. Like, honestly, the force that's stopping a lot of gays from being more politically active is that there's just too much validation in dick. Not even, like, literal dick, just, like, metaphysical dick. Man, I'm getting, like, a lot of rare items in this run, which is good, but at the same time, this isn't the run that I wanted to, like, be super decked out on. I just want money. How many keys do I have left? I have 6. I was really bad when I was younger about, like, using sex to regulate my mood. I mean, I guess I'm still technically doing it now, because, like I said, sometimes I just, like, do it with people just to have something to do. It's kind of hard when you live in a rural place, because I have people who, like, message me from, like, 25 to like 50 miles away sometimes on Grindr, and I'm like, the reason why they're messaging me is that they live so far away from other gay people that like me who lives 25 miles away is basically like close to them. This guy got really mad I wouldn't come over and fuck him too, because I didn't want to drive for like an hour and 30 minutes. Alright, I guess we're good, right? We only need, like, one more thing to get to the exit. Incidentally, if you're interested in supporting the Ethan Bond stream, you have several options to do so. You can always donate with a single donation of a super chat. By clicking the $ in the bottom left corner of the chat window, you can select amount you would like to donate to me to help fund my homosexual lifestyle, and to guarantee yourself relative safety during the Ethan Bonreal apocalypse. Likewise, if you're also interested in supporting me, you can also do a sponsorship. A sponsorship is a monthly donation of starting at $4.99. But, in addition to supporting your favorite internet homosexual, what you also get to do is get an icon next to your name and get a shout out by me, and if you ever have a game you want me to play, I will be glad to play it for your entertainment. It's okay, you don't have to, George. I'm just doing it as part of my streaming technique. I just want to get in the habit of like saying this regularly. As I try to always say, like, you have no obligation to ever donate to me, like, at all. I mean, and obviously you don't, because most of you don't do it, which is fine, but like, never feel pressured. Also, another benefit of subscribing, or sponsoring me, or doing a super chat, is that I won't snatch your wig. You know? It'll get to stay safely fashioned to your head. Fastened, pardon me. Y'all have no idea how hard it is to control how country my accent can get. I blame my mom. My mom has a pretty country accent sometimes. My mom is from Dallas. Alright. Let me go ahead and roll up through here. Rip. Man, that thing just got murdered. Hey, looks like I probably am gonna hang out with that dude, which is good, he's pretty cute. I mean, I'm saying this for the umpteenth time, but this is the most popular I've been with dudes in like a long-ass time. And in fact, not a long-ass time, just like ever. Honestly, I think it's because I like am using a new picture of myself, or a relatively new one that I haven't used on my profiles before, that like show off like what my figure looks like. So that's a good question, Ryan. So I like him, but he was ready after we had only been talking for like a week to be boyfriends, and he really wanted to be. And I was still trying to like get to know him, you know what I'm saying? And decide like if I really wanted to be in like a super serious relationship. And like on day 2, he wanted me to delete Grindr. And I did it. But it's like, it was just moving very fast. Like, day 2, I deleted Grindr and I met his mom, and then I stayed over his place. And then, like, on day 5, like, we went to go get him a car together. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just a lot. Yeah, I'll get the heavy gauntlets. Hey, Michelle. Nice to see you. Michelle, do you think Giselle is basically like a lesbian twink? Like, not necessarily body type wise, but like personality, or like the niche she fills. I was right. I told you. Well, it's also because I'm never wrong, but also mood. I'm glad you're here, Michelle. It's really cool you stopped by for the stream. I don't think Michelle remembers who Giselle is, or not Giselle, Chanel is, but I do know that Michelle knows exactly how I feel about Cassie, because it's related to Michelle. TLDR, I don't like Cassie. I dislike Cassie. I anti-like Cassie. Also, don't say anything. Chanel is that black conservative lesbian who was friends with Jesse Sassman, who loves to drink a lot. This game is very fun. See, that's why he faded into obscurity pretty quickly, because he pissed off a lot of people. He's white, a twink, redhead. Incidentally, this is really funny. So I told y'all a while ago that I used to have physical relations with a guy I found out was like a literal white supremacist. And he actually really did not like Jesse, because he was basically like, Jesse is actually really fucking racist, and says the N-word when he thinks people won't care, but like also acts like he has the moral high ground over people who are like conservatives, which I thought was really funny. Oh shit! Woo. Okay, I didn't want to get my face chopped off. Yeah, they really were, weren't they? I was basically talking about earlier how like Just some of the nuances of, like, lesbian twinks, which was a very fun discussion for me to talk about, because I don't get to talk about that often. And also how gay men and lesbians actually act pretty similar. They just do different things. Hey, Barely Alive. Barely Alive, do you know any lesbian twinks? This is an important question. Also, if you watch every single video that I have ever made, you will know exactly what university I went to and during which years. Watch every single one of my videos. I say that to Mitchell all the time. Whenever he points out something I've talked about in a video. Oh shit. Yeah, right? Like, lesbian twinks just tend to be a lot. Like, in a good and bad way. Like, at the same time, simultaneously. The lesbian twinks are basically chads. There's this, like, very, very real Tumblr post that's, like a very real experience being in, like, an LGBT space is, like, someone, like, hitting on someone, like someone hitting on basically, like, a lesbian thinking she's a twink, but them being into it because they thought they were also a lesbian twink. I'm gonna be real, like, I don't really care about Troye Sivan. I would like to see him come out and live his best life. But I also think the gays need to stop harassing him first and let him come out when he's ready. Oh, Troye Sivan came out? Oh, I'm racist. I'm thinking of Shawn Mendes. I'm so sorry. I am, like, super racist. Ah! They just occupy a very similar space in my mind. The thing is that, like, several of the young gays I knew, like, a year or two ago, like, were really just into Shawn Mendes and Troye Sivan, and, like, I don't give a fuck about that shit, honestly. Like, I don't really care about, like, I just don't care about stuff like that. And so it was just like I heard about them together all the time and how hot they were, and I was just like, they just look very long to me, you know? They're just very long boys. Which is valid. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, but... And I mean, they're both cute. Yeah, basically. Like, if it's not a video game or gay, I probably just don't care about it. Like, I don't dislike it, I just have no interest in it. The only things I, like, really dislike are, like, animes that are, like, very high in waifuism. Like, I can't deal with that. I mean, I'll be the judge of that, honestly. Do I stream myself watching that video and my reaction? It's gonna be embarrassing when, like, y'all are, like, talking about how good it is, and then, like, a minute into me streaming it, or, like, really honestly, like, 20 seconds into me seeing it, I just kind of, like, turn it off and switch back. It's very hard to impress me or to get me to be interested in something. I have to, like, go in wanting to be into it. Like, this happens literally every time I stream when someone asks me I'll do it in just a little bit. I need to get to like a good stopping point on this. Oh, I forgot. This dude's probably gonna be done with his dinner soon. Okay. Anyway. Oh, yeah, that's actually a really good point. I can't do that, because I don't want to get a copyright strike. This game is called Heroes of Hammerwatch. It is a rogue-lite game that's a dungeon crawler, and each of the stages is quasi-randomly generated. Each 3 stages out of, I think, it's either 12 or 15 total. Each 3 stages has, like, a general theme. So the first one is, like, an underground mine. The second set of 3 is a prison. The third set of 3 is the inside of a castle. And then the next set is going to be, like, a library. And out of those sets, like, again, the design of the actual level outside of the theme is quasi-randomly generated. Oh, shit. There's a lot of murder in there. So if y'all don't know, I've actually gotten several copyright strikes, and if I get too many, they'll actually take away my streaming privileges. And I won't be able to stream for, like, I think it's either like a month or 3 months, I don't remember. So I need to be careful about that. Alright, what am I missing? I need to find, like, one more thing. I did petition one of them. Actually, I got a copyright strike from some hateful nerd on my coming out on top video. So for the Jesse and like, do I think Shawn Mendes is gay? He's gay. Like usually when someone asks me if I think someone is gay, like I either say he's either gay or he likes to have sex with men. I think Shawn is just gay and he might not even like to have sex. Honestly, like he is gay. He is like 100% gay. Is like very gay. Like he is gay. There's no way he's not gay. He's either gay or gets pegged very hard. Like I just don't. There's just no way he's not gay. He's just uncomfortable with it, which is valid, because the gays can be a little bit wild, especially how they talk about him. Like, Shawn Mendes is, like, usually, like, literally, like, the opposite of how I usually talk about people. Like, I try to make a distinction between people who are, like, gay and, like, guys who just have sex with guys, but he is just, like, there's no question about it. Like, I could legitimately believe him being, like, gay and ace. And just, like, only liking to have, like, platonic cuddles and shit. Like, he's just very gay. But the gays on the internet just harass him so much, he probably is just, like, gonna become, like, an androphile or something. And renounce the gay lifestyle. I mean, that's also valid, but it's, like... I'm gonna be real, like, a lot of the people who are into him are, like, young homosexuals, from my observation. And, like, teenage girls who are, like, more or less probably usually okay with that. Like, they'll still want to fuck him. Oh, you saw that? Wasn't that on, like, Tumblr or something? I don't have a Tumblr, but occasionally I peek in. Yeah, I think someone at my job asked me for, like, one of his albums, and I was like, who the fuck is this? Is he, like, one of your YouTuber kids that y'all like? Incidentally... Don't forget, if you want to support the Ethan Bond stream, you can always do a one-time donation with a super chat by clicking the $ in the bottom left corner of the screen. That provides me with funds to help support my gay lifestyle, basically. And it will help me get new video games to stream for y'all, etc., etc., etc. I might die. This is actually a little awkward. I'm out of mana. I made a mistake. I made a bad mistake, Mom. I made a bad mistake. We'll see if I can do it. I might be fine. We'll see. I'm healing a lot. I didn't even realize Shawn Mendes was 6'2", but I said he looks really long. Also, TU or 2, are you new to the stream? I do not remember seeing you before. Man, this boss fight is really annoying. Well, I'm gonna die, Mom. I'm not meant for this world. I'm not meant for this world at all. Don't kill me, bro. Don't kill me, bro. Don't kill me, bro. Oh, shit! Oh, my wig. Oh, my God. This is hurting my feelings a little bit. Oh, okay. This is intense. Why don't you wish you were tall? Wait, are you Taylor or who are you? You're Rye? I don't remember a Rye. Also, I'm dead, Mom. That's okay. The whole purpose of this run was to make money. And we made it. We sent money back to our town. So if you're new to watching this game, don't forget, like... So the whole purpose of the dungeon crawls is, like, you actually send money back to your town to fund your... Sorry, I burped a little bit. That wasn't ladylike of me. To fund the improvement of your town. So it's kind of like Animal Crossing, but, like, you have to murder shit. But I've actually maxed out almost everything, so I just basically use this to buy new weapons. Let me see here. Let me see what's on the store. That's actually pretty good, but it's not good enough for me. I would love to, like, stream Animal Crossing, honestly. Actually, I don't know if I'd like to do that. We'll see. I'd think about it. Like, if this gets more popular, if I get, like, 20 viewers in this stream regularly... Honestly, Ryan, that sounds like short people propaganda. If I get, like, 20 viewers or so in this stream, I'll start streaming, like, more ambitious stuff, like Animal Crossing, honestly. Oh, can you watch Bloom and not show us? Sorry, let me do that. Alright, so there's like a 50-50 chance I'm gonna get through this. I might, like, stop within the first minute or so and not, like, really like it. Alright, I'm watching it. There are flowers in here. I'm not gonna lie, this is boring as hell. There's no fucking... Where's the base? And that's valid, but... I guess I'll keep watching it, I guess. Let me... Okay, I'll keep watching it. I'm 33 seconds in. Alright, I'm sorry, I can't do this. It's not a look for me. I'm sorry, though. You got my reaction. You got as much as you're gonna get out of it. Anyway, I'm ready to play some more fucking video games. Oh, you know what? I'm supposed to hang out with that dude, though. I almost forgot. I'm sorry, it's just like, I don't know. But like I said, I'm not gonna have sex with this dude. Probably. Probably. Definitely probably not. You know, I've talked about this a while ago in a stream, but like I identified as ace for a little bit, basically because I don't like really always like experience sexual attraction or like desire. But when I do, it's very intense. It just depends. And like I said, a lot of the times it's really the reason why I'm like being sexual. Hey, Dex. Also, Dex is part of the sponsor squad. That means he donates monthly to me. I can't decide what I want to buy here. But basically, TLDR, I don't always experience sexual attraction. Like, I just have sex basically because I'm depressed sometimes. Not even because, like, I'm really interested in doing it. I'll get both of these. Like I said before, some people smoke cigarettes to have something to do with their hands. Other people eat ass. And that's basically the club I'm in. Like, if I could not experience physical sensation, I would just, like, get rid of it. I mean, that's pretty common, too, honestly. Yeah, but weed is literally, like, against the Bible, so... Wig. I mean, it's pretty common for people not to be attracted to people of their own race. It's just kind of, like, complicated for the reasons why. I mean, there are plenty of black people who just absolutely hate other black people. Do I really think that weed is evil? No, outside of memeing, no, but I don't like weed. That's not in, like, the ebook edition of the Bible that I have, so I think you just made that up. But like I said, you know, physical attraction's always very complicated. Because, like, a lot of physical attraction comes up from, like, proximity and, like, what you grew up around. Two, can I ask you what race you are? It's okay if you don't want to answer that. It's, like, 100% fine. Okay. But, again, a lot of it has to do with what you grew up around. Alright, I am gonna get... I don't know if I want plentiful gifts. I'm gonna get abundant shops. It also just depends on, like, how you feel about, like, the characteristics of the group you belong to. I think this is a good spread. Yeah, we're good. Dooga. So what I was doing there is you can, like, pray at the fountain and, like, donate money to the fountain to get, like, different positives and negatives. If you balance out the positive and negatives, or you go a little bit further into the negatives, you get additional bonuses. So I get an extra 15% gold find. Yeah, that's quite possible. Like, if you are, like, the only person of your race in an area, it's very easy to, like, not be particularly attracted to your own race. And that's something that some of us have to, like, learn, honestly. We have to learn to be attracted to ourselves. Alright, I am going to grab the Sandals of Swiftness, because that is a massive evasion upgrade once I combine it. Oh, yeah, I love Wizard of Legend. I really want to play that. I watched Mitchell play it for a bit. Yeah, the Fountain Prayer buffs only last one run. Yeah, exactly, what Barely Alive is saying. Alright, I just need to do one more thing. I'm going to link this on Reddit. Well, actually, I don't know if I should do that, because I might go see that guy. Who knows? Who knows? Because I don't want to, like, link it and then just, like, GTFO. We'll see. Anyway, we're cranking up the difficulty again, and, I think we're good. Let's just roll. So, I'm on New Game +2. My first crush was on another black person. He was a guy, or a boy, because I was, like... ooh, shit. I was, like, 9, I guess. And his name was Ace, and he was from Panama. And his dad, like, only spoke Spanish, which was neat. Actually, that's not true. His dad did speak... Well, I don't remember. His mom was in the military, and I think his dad only spoke Spanish. But, I don't know. I was just very attracted to him. What the fuck was that? I just found a new drink. But that's something, like, a lot of people of color have to go through. Is, like, learning to, like, be attracted to themselves and other people of their same race. Honestly. That is a very, very common thing to experience, honestly. I was Patrick. Like, when you see a certain group of people and you're just naturally exposed to them a lot, like, you're gonna develop some degree of attraction. It might not be, like, a meaningful attraction, but it'll be there. That's interesting, Nigel. I don't know if that's good or bad, though. The thing is that, like... Also, when you're not around a lot of people who are your race, or you're only around them in, like, a context where you're competing, like, it makes you kind of see other people of your own race as, like, a set of tropes, or basically, like, stereotypes. Like, a common thing I encounter with, like, other black people who are not attracted to black people is that they're nerds who, like, think that other black people are basically, like, normies. Because, like, black nerds who don't like other black people, like, they just generally tend to see other black people in, like, a very negative light. And I mean, I can understand part of it, and part of it is because, like, black people are really mean to each other. And we just love dragging each other for being just, like, not what we're supposed to be. But at the same time, it's like, you know, there are other forces at work that make us kind of, like, not like ourselves or people of our race. At the same time, I think sometimes people feel pressured to be with people of their same race because they feel like that's what they're supposed to do, and they don't want to feel, like, trapped in that box. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want to feel like they have to date someone just because they share the same race as them, or that they have to date that person because they share a cultural background. Like, they want to experience more of the world and other people and stuff. Alright, well, we beat the first floor. And now we are on floor 2 of the mine. I think Stardew Valley would be a very cute game for me to stream, incidentally. Any traditional men in the gay community? What do you mean? Like, guys who are, like, masculine, or guys who, like, basically act like straight dudes? Or do you mean, like, guys who are, like, conservative, or... Alright, let's see what the pattern for this trap is. Alright, it's middle, right, left. Hey, we got it. And I got a Sphere of Power. Maybe I'll play some Risk of Rain tonight. We'll see, I haven't played that in a bit. And it's one of my favorite games. Hey, Zebra Cakes. I hope you're doing well. Are you working on your Gundam things? Oh my god, please. I just want to go. Alright, so we've talked about this on this stream before. I promise you, most gay people actually really hate hookup culture. It's just like a very real... It's like a necessary evil for most of us. Like, I promise you, a lot of the people who you see who are gay, who like look like they hook up a lot, myself included, or who just like talk about hookups and like Grindr and stuff, actually started out being very interested in like monogamy, or like they had like this dream of like even having like a fairy tale wedding or some shit. And then they basically just kind of like, not to be toxic, but they just kind of slowly set their sights lower and lower over time. Because it's very hard to meet other gay people to have romantic relationships, and it's a lot easier to meet people to have sex with. Because sex requires less commitment. Like, it's very hard to do that. And likewise, I mean, a lot of people meet their romantic partners through hookups, to be honest. Like, a lot of, like, the thoughtiness of gays really comes down to, like, being a little bit disappointed. I mean, again, dude, like, I don't think a lot of people start off by being, like, the type of person who sleeps around. They just kind of settle for it eventually. Which is sad, but it's just the reality of things. So, it's like, it's sad, but it's also not, because there are, like, other people who definitely feel like you. It's just, like, you have to find them before, like, you hit your breaking point, TBH. Because I don't want to be toxic, but I've met a lot of people who have said that, and it usually ultimately involves them eventually just kind of having to submit to it a little bit. Because it's like the loneliness for them in a lot of cases is like kind of overwhelming. It's not everyone though. Like some people like have less like intimacy needs than others, but... And also a lot of us, to be real, kind of give up on love. It's not like bad, but... It's like, you know, a lot of us give up on love. It's a lot of... I mean, it can be a lot of work, and it's kind of scary being vulnerable. Yeah, exactly, Mitchell. And also, to be real, like, a lot of gay people, as I often say, have, like, kind of emotional issues, and we don't necessarily always want to deal with other people's emotional issues, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're sad and gay, like, you don't always want to deal with someone else's sad gayness at the same time. If that makes... Oh, I should have bought the vendor coin first. I'm a casual. I wasn't paying attention. That's fine, though. Yeah, exactly. We have enough to deal with on our own. Like, most of the stuff I talk about and most of the stuff I believe just really comes as, like, a function of my reflection on things. That's part of the reason why, like, my gay aesthetic is, like, basically confronting and overcoming things. Do I think the media glamorizes being gay? No. I think it makes it look more fun than it is, because people are looking to like create niche markets for people's entertainment, but I don't think it necessarily glamorizes it. And also, yeah, Mitchell's 100% right. The media glamorizes being a twink, in part because it has appeal to straight girls, and also... Oh my gosh, I'm stuck on my teeth. Yeah, Mitchell's 100% right. Affluent twinks. Like, there's a reason why we were just talking about Troye Sivan, honestly. Like, a lot of the people... Yeah, what's happening is that, like, society is still hammering out gay as, like, a niche. I mean, there's always been, like, a gay niche. The thing is also is that there are like different subcategories of this. Like people who are like really flamboyant, like sometimes do appear in media, but it's really because like they have entertainment value. And I mean, we can like look at Will and Grace and stuff like that, where like basically the characters are extremely gay, basically because straight people find it funny. Likewise, you can look at like the Twinkapalooza that's kind of happening in our media right now, and part of the reason why like the popularity of twinks is growing is because basically they look very non-threatening to a lot of people. Like straight girls are willing to consume like twinks more than they are willing to consume like a leather daddy wearing a harness, right? Which was like the old gay stereotype. And the other part is that twinks basically are like gay, but in a way that is not threatening to other gay people, and a lot of times, right? So like a lot of gay people, when they see something like a leather daddy or like a bear with like a paw print, like tattoo, they're just gonna be like, oh, that's gay, I can't relate to that. But like when they see a twink, they just see that as like a normal person in air quotes. Yeah, basically. Granted, it's not 100%, because it's like even straight people are kind of wising up to like stereotypes about twinks. But, you know, that's just basically the spot we're in now. It's going to change over time. I don't know exactly how it will, but these things change with society. Like, eventually twinks will be like the new gay stereotype, and people won't want to be twinks. Like, I promise you that will happen eventually. It's not going to be like... Well, even then, you could argue that that's kind of like the trend we're seeing already. Because, like, the real appeal in gayness right now, as I've said before, is, like, basically having, like, a bro aesthetic. Like, if you can act like a bro and look like a bro and be gay, like, that is actually the true ideal right now. It's just that very few people can really muster that. There's a reason why, like, a lot of gay teen fiction is about, like, closeted, like, football and, like, basketball stars who are basically, like, everyone assumes is straight because they're so normal and well-liked, but they have, like, a huge gay secret they're hiding. Also, there's no one-way twinks act. I mean, I joke about that a lot, but... You know, there's a lot of serrations of twinkdom. Pony, that's not very nice. I think that maybe you should consider like looking, I don't know how much you've looked into it, but looking into gay Asian media and seeing if you can find other people who are gay and Asian who feel similar to you, because I think that that would maybe help you feel a bit better about that. Okay, we're good. I had to use 2 potions on that, which is like not super great. Like, I can't tell you how to feel, dude, but I will say that I think it's probably healthier to want other people to change than it is to, like, want to change something so fundamental about yourself. Like, you will never be able, in reality, to change your race, but, like, hopefully through your interactions with other people, you can either find people who respect who you are, or alternatively, like, teach people to respect you. And I mean, that's a big relatable thing for me as, like, a black person. Like, people are really fucking mean to black people for no reason. Like, very, very mean. LGBT or not. Like, I've had doors... I haven't told this story in a video yet, and I vaguely posted about it on Tumblr, but I was gonna meet up with this dude, and, like, I was walking to his car. Oh, okay. I understand, too. I was walking to this dude's car, and I had just messaged him on Grindr, and I was like, I'm coming up. And then, like, as I get to the car, he just, like, peels out and drives away, and, like, I get a message, like, a little bit later saying, like, I didn't really think you were gonna look that black, basically. Like, he basically just didn't like that I had, like, a big old Negro nose. And he just told me, like, flat out. And I was like, I really, like, sat here and, like, walked out to this area that's kind of far from me for this person to basically just, like, look at me and be like, well, a little bit too Negroidian for me. I hope I'm dead, Mom. That is okay, though. It's okay. I mean, like, to be real, that's just, like, a very real part of, like, being, a certain type of person of color, TBH. I'm not, like, too perturbed by it. Like, I'm not gonna, like, act like it was cool, but it's also, like, you know, it's just one person. I'm not gonna, like, lose my shit over it. Because ultimately I realize, like, the way I feel about myself supersedes, like, people's mercurial desires for who I am. Or in other words, I don't care what dumb hoes think, because I am fine with the way I am. But, it would be nice, if people were a little bit nicer. Let me see if this dude's ready. Where is my cell phone, Mom? Did I throw my phone on my bed like I usually do and then forget what I did with it? No, I didn't dab. I was stretching. My titties are actually really sore from doing push-ups. Like I said, I'm trying to get a little bit more muscular so I can throw people around in a romantic way. Alright, I'm good. Ooh, fuck. Honestly, if I ever dab on this stream, either all of y'all need to die or I need to just, like, die on camera. Like, one of us has to not exist. Ow, shit. Like, this is really sore right here. I don't know if... I'm not actually looking at my camera, so I can't see if you can see what I'm doing or if I even look good on camera. But, like, my arms are sore as hell. Anyway. Part of this is also because, like, my dad has been a bodybuilder for most of my life. And he has been a very, very muscular and imposing figure in my life. And apparently he used to look a lot like me when he was younger. Let me tell you some things, son. Hold on. Let me tell you some things. So before you join an LGBT group, what you need to do is really look at yourself and ask yourself why you're doing it. Are you doing it to make friends? Are you doing it because you want a romantic partner? Are you doing it because you want to, like, make substantial change in the quality of life that, like, gay people live? Or are you building connections? Why are you doing it? Sometimes it's all of those things, but, like, when it is all those things, just figure out what's the most important to you. Because if you go into an LGBT group wanting to find a romantic partner, for one, you're usually going to get a little bit disappointed, because everyone there is going to be an awkward nerd. And then two, if you go in looking for friends, you need to be ready for people to have attitude problems. Not because gay people are mean or bad, but just because we're oppressed and we deal with it by doing just stupid shit. So you really need to be, like, in a place where you're ready to be patient and compassionate with other gay people. And not go in really expecting them to fulfill some role that you want for them. You know what I'm saying? That's a reasonable spread. I'm not going to do it, though. Okay, so for that answer, I would say that if you want to do that, you also need to simultaneously, like, just have a lot of love and compassion for other LGBT people. Like, generally. Like, you need to, like, be able to go to a place and see someone who is basically, like, an evil homosexual who is, like, really bitchy and queeny and be like, this person deserves respect and love too. Because if you can't do that, you're going to eventually get burned out because you're going to encounter a lot of very bitchy and mean queens, because that's just how many of us are. Not everyone, but that is just the reality of things. Just really be prepared to try to be patient and compassionate. That is my general advice. Because if you go in wanting or expecting people to, like, do things to make you feel better about yourself, and this isn't me talking about you specifically, this is, like, for everyone. If you go into a situation where you interact with gay people and you think it's gonna, like, make you feel better about yourself, that's dumb. It won't work. It'll do the opposite, actually. It'll make you hate gay people if you have those kind of expectations. Enemy reinforcements, too. It's different because it's, like, on a different level, son. Like, it really is. It's very different. It's similar and different. It's just something you have to experience. Just be honest with yourself while you're doing it. And, you know, give yourself time to, like, be by yourself if you need it. I'm gonna do the glass walks. And abundant shops. Alright, we're good. Oh, excuse me. I really should get the armor one, right? Well, maybe resistance, honestly. Do I have any resistance items I can craft? Also, what items do I have in general right now? I have I have curios, I have monster manuals beast. I have not watched Call Me By Your Name because I'm not particularly interested in watching it, honestly. There's some elements in it that I don't feel super comfortable with. Incidentally, if you want, like, a suggestion for, like, a book that is, like, a young adult book about a younger gay person who has a crush on an older gay person, and they do not consummate it, and it is handled in a more mature way, Someday This Pain Will Be Useful to You is actually a very good book that deals with that topic. I think it is inappropriate for like someone who is in their mid-20s to date or have sex with someone who is like 17. All right, where is... Oh, I need to go buy this. I'll probably just deal with this in a different way, right? And also, to be real, that person basically ruined that kid's life in the story. Which is, like, it's a self-demonstrating example. Like, I understand the premise of it. And, like, I get it. Because that's, like, a very real thing that happens. A lot of times people do end up with people who are a lot older than them. And it basically just kind of, like, rocks them to their core. Like... Basically what happened is that kid basically, like when he grew up, he basically just stayed attached to this person while that person moved their life forward. It's basically like almost like an advanced version of never getting over a straight best friend, but instead of a straight best friend, it's like someone who fucked you and then got married to a woman and left and XD'd about it. I think this is good. We're just going to get that one. Anyway, Someday This Pain Will Be Useful to You is a pretty good young adult novel if you're interested in it. I was thinking about watching the movie, but after like seeing that in the movie they actually depict them having sex, I was like, Like, that's valid, too, but it's like, I still feel like that's inappropriate in general. Because, like, again, the movie is, like, a self-demonstration of why that is bad. Like, this adult was able to move on with their life because they could do things on their terms, but this younger person couldn't because they don't have, like, the same, like, access to, like, stability, right? Like, age of consent isn't fully arbitrary. It's just, like, the reality of the situation. Like, think... I want you to, like, just really sit and think about this. This person was 17, they had never been with someone before, and then, like, this person basically showed up, fucked them, made them fall in love with him, and then, like, was like, well... It's time to go be an adult now, so have fun. And then this kid basically was just, like, ruined for, like, the rest of their life because they fell in love with that person so hard. Like, that's very mean. And it really highlights... Oh, okay, my bad, I'm sorry. But, like, you still get what I'm saying, right? Like, that's a very fucked up thing for an adult to do. Also, yeah, that's very true. Like, the actor is, like, older than the character, too. I'm just not a fan of it. I'm gonna leave it at that. Like, technicalities aside, I think it is inappropriate. Like, sometimes it works out for some people, and that's, like, that's okay, but, like, the movie gives a very good example, or shows, like, a very good example of why that is not a good idea, and why that is, like, very risky for the younger person. Well, the thing is that, like, part of the appeal is that he's young. Like, when guys who are, like, have a pretty significant age difference with someone like that, a lot of the appeal is that the person is younger and has, like, less power than you. Like, it's because when you're with someone who's younger, you're able to control them a little bit more easily. And, like, you can basically do things on your terms. Like, there's a reason why it's the younger person who's fucked up over this situation and not the adult. When you're older, you can basically just do things on your terms. When you're with someone a lot younger than you. Oh, let me check my phone again. I mean, it's complicated with the gay actors thing, because, like, a lot of people who are gay actors actually don't want to do gay roles, because they feel like they're going to get typecasted, which is interesting to think about. Because that's actually very common with, like, being in gay stuff. Like, Raul Castillo, I forgot if his last name is Castillo or Castro, the guy who plays Richie in Looking, like, has been in, like, a lot of gay stuff since Looking, and it's basically because he's getting typecasted, which is kind of irritating. Probably as an actor. Like, a lot of gay people don't even like talking about being gay or, like, interacting with other gay people, let alone, like, showing themselves off as being gay for, like, society to see, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Ryan, stuff like that generally happens because gay people are so alienated from each other that it's more comfortable for them to see, like, straight people as stand-ins for gay people in some situations. Like, that's valid, but to be real, I'm kind of done talking about this, honestly. I just don't. I'm not interested in seeing it. It's okay if you like it, but it's not. I've basically stated why I feel uncomfortable with stuff like that a few times, so I'm done. And that's okay. Okay, so there's a shop to my right, which I would love to, like, dip up in, because I want some fucking items, Mom. Oh, there's a bat coming here. God damn it. Get out of here, you fucker. I'm gonna buy that. Don't want that. The disarm is good. These two are good in combination, so I'll get both of those. Oh, do I have... No, I don't. Okay, that's fine. Man, I am gaining EXP so slowly in this right now. It's kind of irritating. Also, I'm gonna be real, like, I don't like when people try to change the conversation for me, like, when I'm in quasi-conflict with people. Like, if I want to talk about something, I'm gonna keep doing it. Like, as a heads up for the future. Like, I don't need other people to moderate conflict for me. Ramen is very tasty, usually. I don't like to pay for it. If it's not, like, instant noodles, but... Who the fuck is Gillian Flynn? Isn't that, like, the Razor? The, I'm screaming. I was thinking of Gillette. I just refuse to pay for noodle water. I just get pho, honestly. Like, it's just so full of meat that, like, no matter what, it's gonna taste good. Like, LA crawfish has some good pho. In my opinion. And you get a big-ass bowl, too. You should get it. It's very good. It's a powerful, filling meal for young homosexuals. LA crawfish is usually my go-to place. Like if I'm meeting up with people. During the week. During the weekend is ridiculous. Also, let me check my phone one more again. I'm like going on a journey with this guy that like I hooked up with earlier this week where I'm like looking at his like profile while I'm checking for my other messages and I can tell that he is like very frustrated that he is like only surrounded with bottoms. I mean, he's probably just mad at you, George, TBH. Or irritated with the whole situation. Viet crawfish, I have not tried that. I actually really love crawfish in general. Like I said, I eat it without like taking the shells off. I just shove the whole crawfish in my mouth and like crunch it up to get all the meat out. Like, don't use crab crackers in front of me. I'll embarrass you in public. Oh, okay. Maybe he just didn't know what to say. IDK. I actually try to avoid going to Houston when I can help it, honestly. I'm not a big fan of traveling in general. And it's like, driving in Houston is very stressful and irritating. Also, I can generally tell, like, when I'm on Grindr, if someone's from Houston or not. Because they're doing exactly what George said. They'll just, like, just instantly, like, the second someone from Houston is in, in a room, they just need to let you know. Also, as a general rule, if someone's, like, from Houston and they, like, introduce themselves to me and say they're from Houston, what they usually mean is they just love black dick, TBH. It's the same with people from Georgia. Like, if someone's gay and they introduce themselves, like, from Georgia or Houston, what they're saying is they want me to fuck them. It's just never not been true. That's valid, George. Austin's too variable and chaotic. What it usually just means is they love to smoke weed. And maybe get pissed on. Like hip in air quotes and into kink. TLDR. Dallas is also pretty chaotic. Because it's so fucking big. Like, physically and just in terms of, like, how much shit there is in, like, the Dallas-Fort Worth area. That's good, George. I'm glad he messaged you. It's from all that lean. I just imagine every person in Dallas is Paul Wall. Incidentally, my mom's a big Paul Wall stan. He is everyone's favorite unproblematic white rapper. I'm screaming. It's because you're not from Texas. I mean, I guess you're from Texas. I don't know if you're from Texas or not. You said your family's from Houston. Paul Wall, I don't know, he's white, he loves grills, like he has a rapturous love of grills. He used to be friends with Mike Jones. Mike Jones was then revealed to be a literal human trafficker. And so they were no longer really associated acts. And now he's just our favorite unproblematic idol, outside of he just really does not believe in gun control. Also, his baby is, or his kid is really cute. I forgot she's not a baby anymore. I like his wife a lot, too. He's one of the, like, the only rappers on Facebook that I see that doesn't post, like, clickbait all day. Like, he basically just posts him, like, getting grills or getting people set up for grills. Or buying jewelry. That was very close. I almost died. Get wrecked, nerds. Hey, I got a health regen item. That's good. Incidentally, if you want to support the Ethan Bonreal Ethan Bond stream, you have two options to do so. If you would like to help your homo friend out, all you gotta do is go to the bottom left corner of the chat box, smash that fucking $ button, and you can do a super chat. A super chat allows you to donate a one-time donation of any amount of money that you set. So if you have $1 and you want to give it to me, go ahead and do it. Otherwise, you have two other options for helping me out. You can always sponsor me, which is a monthly donation starting at $4.99 that will provide a monthly donation, like I said, every month to me. Can you tell I'm still practicing saying this regularly? Anyway, it gives me money, TLDR, and you can help me out by doing that. And you also get some unique benefits. Plus, if you're on a budget, if you know any gays or black people or gay black people or people who are fans of gay black people or people who like video games, you can always send this stream to them so we can get more viewers. Sound good? Thumbs up. Let me see. I'm going to buy that. And I'm going to buy that. I got the 2 set of that. And we're going to buy another piece of the Combo Nova thing. I was actually talking about that to someone the other day. Like, it's really irritating how, like, mass shootings are like so like common and almost mundane. It's very irritating and emotionally draining. It makes wanting to be like a professional or like work with schools very like scary. But I'm done talking about that for now. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm Texan. I'm gonna pronounce things like it sometimes. Mundane. I don't know how to pronounce nothing. Oh shit, I'm gonna die probably. Actually, we're just gonna slurp up that drink. Alright, let me check my phone again. Ooh, shit. Oh, but like I was saying, I can like see this person on Grindr's like journey, where I can tell that like he's very irritated and not being able to find anyone to fuck him because he's surrounded by bottoms, which is kind of amusing. I might meet up with him tomorrow though. Oh shit. We'll see. It just really depends on my mood. Oh yeah, I really should link the stream on Reddit. How many of y'all have Reddit accounts that you use? Well, you don't even have to use it. Like, you just have a Reddit account. I mean, in practice, most people eventually, when they're older, are verse. But, actually, a lot of people really hate guys who are verse. Like, straight up. Like, just absolutely hate verse guys. Because they think that verse guys are, like, contaminants. They think, like, verse guys are, like, sneaking in. So, for one, like, there's an association between, like, verse guys and HIV. Right? So, people say that, well, if you're a total top, you shouldn't be able to get HIV, because if you're topping, you're at very low risk. And if bottoms are with total tops exclusively, they should just never get HIV. Right? But when you consider that people are verse, and they sometimes top and bottom, that means that it's the verses who are basically responsible for HIV. Galaxy brain. Because they're busy not being total tops or bottoms. They're breaking the unwritten rule of society. If that makes sense. It's very galaxy-brained. Like, people hate verses. That's why it's easier to, like, to just not admit your preferred sexual role. At the same time, it's like, it just really depends. Like, some guys are more picky about it than others. That's actually really cool. Some guys, like, as long as you have, like, a wiener attached to them, or attached to you, like, they're just fine with whatever position you are. Other people are just like, nah, not a thing, not a look. I only want to be with a pure, FDA-approved top, who is a total top. The thing is as people grow, they usually become verse as they get older. Because it's like, if you're trying to date someone and, like, you're completely limited by sexual role, like, it's just gonna make your life a lot harder. Unless you're, like, extremely attractive. Like, if you're, like, ultra mega attractive deluxe 420, like, I guess you can, like, sustain that. Actually, let me link this on Reddit. Because I don't know if this boy is gonna get back to me. Give me half a second, gaze. Actually, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna wait. Well, he's not, like I said, I'm not having sex with him. I just wanted to hang out. Because like I said, I'm just never in a mood, or I'm not in a mood right now to like actually like have sex. Like literally like 0% sex drive right now. Like if I was actually like horny, I would just be complaining about it. Because I'd be in a very bad mood, and I'd be checking my phone a lot. Okay, how do I do this? Okay, I remember. So this is a very easy way to solve it. If it's 2 in the top left or top right, you just go to the bottom corner that is the same side of it, and then you go to the middle of the opposite side, and you did it. Two, that's a little bit problematic. I like that, though. That's really funny. That's okay. I know, I understand. We don't have full control over these thought processes, but I will say, if you start interacting with more gay people, I think that you maybe will change how you think and feel about that. I mean, Pony, we've all been there. Like, I promise you, we've all thought things like that before. It might not have been said in the exact same way, but that's a very common gay thing to think. Oh, shit! I forgot what I was doing for a second. I just walked face first in all those enemies. We're doing pretty good on EXP. Like, I understand what you mean, too, but I think that, again, once you get more experience, like, you will grow and change, TLD. Interesting. You'll just grow and change, honestly. No, you don't need to feel bad. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just how you are now. But I think that once you get more experience, and if you, like, open yourself up to new experiences a bit more, that will change over time. Everyone loves a femtop. Let me eat some more of this rice. How the hell? Shit, Mom. That's tasty. Okay. Oh shit, Mom. What was I doing? Well, we got undead pamphlet. Actually, let me Google something. If I was doing something sexual, it'd be louder. With a lot of just, self-flagellation and a little bit of crying. Where is... Alright, I'm looking up something on the wiki. Oh, okay. So here's how stars work. You gain 3 stars each level up. The amount of stars gained also scales with every 5 levels you have. So if I am level 15, I gain 5 stars every level. Interesting. I'm looking up some info here. Have fun, Pony. Have a good one. I'm gonna re-roll this. Alright, let me read this again. So... Okay, you gain 3 star or skill stars each level up that you can spend. The number of stars gained also scales with every 5 levels. The scaling stops at 10. Okay, so it's like literally just leveling up. That's fine. That's all I needed to know. Alright, I'm looking for another beast manual. Undead's fine, kind of, but I don't really want to do that. Yeah. No, that's... Oh, beast. Well, this is, like, mostly shitty items, though. That's fine, though. I don't care. I just want the XP. Oh, I'm out of fucking money already. I'm screaming. We're broke, Mom. That's fine. I'm not really getting, like, that far in these runs anyway. I don't even need to buy gold keys, honestly. I thought you said Cabrona, and I was like, what the fuck? Who are you mad at? I'm pretty sure Domino's does, but it's takeout only. Do you need me to order you a pizza, Ryan? Shit. Ah, shit, there's my phone. Got a little bit of a buzz. That's really scary. This person makes me really uncomfortable. I don't mind ordering you some pizza. Just make sure, ask what time it closes at. Like, check what time it closes at, because I might need to, like, stop streaming for a second. If you want me to. Where is... Okay, I got that. So I need to buy the Book of Enlightenment next. After 11 p.m., twinks have to be escorted by doms and daddies. That's actually extremely cursed. I'm sure someone really believes that. Or has made pornographic, like, roleplay of that. Man, I am, like, really fucking broke. That's fine, though. We don't even need to do fountain buffs. I'm just gonna do expanded floors. Alright, we're just gonna do that. Alright, we're good, I guess. And I'm gonna get the EXP drink too. There we go, we're good. I suspect this person actually flaked a little bit, and that's okay, because that's just part of life. I'm just gonna keep streaming. Ooh, shit. Man, I am slow as fuck with this debuff. Good lord. I need to be, like, really careful how I play. Alright, so I am at 50% EXP. Okay, let's see how. Oh, I got a message on Discord. Oh, the gays are talking about. Oh, excuse me. I'm talking about Elder Scrolls 6 was announced. Oh, let me take my glasses off. There we go. I might stop streaming for now. Pretty soon. Been streaming for a bit. It's been almost 3 hours. Who knows? I might come back later. Incidentally, this is going to be the final time I'm doing this, but if you want to support your boy Ethan Bonreal, don't forget you can always do a super chat or a sponsorship. Being taken care of has its comforts, but at the same time, it's like... I think that that can be something, for some people, that is not, like, very emotionally appealing in the long run. Because it's like, sometimes if you're someone who wants to achieve stuff, it's hard to know if, like, the stuff you achieved was actually your stuff. It just depends on your personality. Actually, I've been streaming more than 3 hours, because I streamed, like, twice before, and then DC'd. I cut off what I was saying before, but anyway, you can support me by doing a super chat or a sponsorship. Or, alternatively, this is my favorite one, you can actually help me out by letting other gay people you know, whether that be through a group chat or a Discord group, that this stream exists. I think it's so that their employees can go home, and also so that they can not get robbed, because people love to rob delivery people. Like, the later you deliver, the more likely you are to get, like, jumped. Or, like, your face ripped off by someone who's tweaking. Ryan, that's so inappropriate. What items do I have again? Let me see. Okay, I have a little bit of resistance. That makes sense. It's like, why the fuck am I not taking damage? Also, man, I only got 2% EXP from that entire fucking floor. I'm screaming. What the fuck? This might be the last floor I do, and then I'm gonna, like, either take a break or just be done for the night. You start burning when dealing damage with your primary attack. That's pretty cool. Is that like your fetish, Ryan? Like you like having sex with, or like the idea of having sex with delivery guys? You're usually not like so sexually bold in chat, so I'm assuming this is something that's like really ticking off something for you. Okay. I think everyone figures out their own relationship to sex. Either, you know, some people it's just not for them at all, and other people it's like you just have to find like the right set of actions that work for you. Alright, it is time for me to end this stream. I'm gonna jump to the next floor, and then oh, actually, let me grab that item first. Woke, okay. I grabbed that item, and we are going to end the stream. So I want y'all to have a good night. Thank you for dropping by. Nigel, don't do that. That's bad for you, and you might get an STI. And in the meantime, have a good night.